What is going on, everybody? Jimbo Thick here. We are back with more Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. This is 4th edition, and this is our Expedition of the Damned campaign. And last we left off, the crew, party here was in a spot of trouble. But let's do brief introductions for everyone. We've got a new overlay that should be working. We can't see what we're recording, but hopefully it'll be looking good when time comes. So let's kick it off with Wolfram.
There we go.
Put
me on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. I'm Pierce Galactic. You may know me from a previous fantastic campaign, but I am glad to be here again, and I am playing I think I'm actually the oldest of all of us outside Nog.
I think so.
Yeah. The old man of the group, a handgunner from Ashland, and I think I'm also the only one. I'm last man standing right now too.
The last man literally standing, yes. Yes, indeed. All right, let's scoot on down to Dan Decker playing Nog.
Hello, everyone, and as our good GM said, my name is Dan Decker. You can find me at DanDeckr on all the internet things, and I am here to play Nog Throat Ripper, and it's all there in the name. He's kind of a irascible fellow right now, but he's, a little bit knocked out. So this is my first go at Warhammer Fantasy, so we'll learn together.
Indeed we will. And then let's scoot on over to Doobie playing Henry.
Yes, Henry Berthold, 16-year-old squire in the Knights Panther. I don't know why I'm talking like David Attenborough. He is from Carroburg. If you do not know what Carroburg is, it's just across the river from the Reichland, and in Middenland, not Middenheim. Middenheim is the city.
Yeah.
Middenland.
Midland.
And he has white hair with piercing blue eyes, angular features. And he is 5'10".
And he's super attractive. And there was this portrait of all of you guys now on the overlay.
Yes.
So enjoy that. Then scoot on.
I have a question though. Is it fair to Midland? On the way to Midland?
Scooting on over to Nathan playing Lucian.
Hello. Nathan will be playing Lucien Levesque, a human duelist, standing at a strapping 5'6".
Yes.
18 years
Still
of age.
taller than Bragadine.
Indeed. Shoulder-length black hair, as you can see by my beautifully illustrated graphic here.
Beautifully.
And not feeling so well at the moment. Inordinately exsanguinated at the moment.
That is
some arterial damage.
Very true.
Last round.
Very true. Let's last but not least, Luther, played by Jumbo Smooth.
Hello, everyone. I am Jumbo Smooth. I'm playing Luther Steinhauer. He is a human apprentice right now of the Bright Order. So he is a 6'1", attractive, red-headed male, vibrant red hair, piercing green eyes, chiseled features. He has the attractive talents. So I will be asking in the campaign at multiple points if other individuals find me attractive. Hopefully the DM is like, yes, this person does. Thank you. Obviously they do. But yes, just an apprentice. Right now he got slapped around last combat. His arm is currently dislocated.
Wow.
It is.
Very wow.
It was bad.
Yep.
He doesn't have his staff. It's rolling around on the ship. He went down hard. So, but right now he doesn't look. He is awash with seawater now currently, but normally he is covered in coal and soot as he carries some coal on a little basket behind him for his master, Reyna. So, yeah, that's Luthen.
Exactly. All right. Well, that will then bring me to last we left off. The party here, our budding crew for the new expedition, has found themselves aboard a ship, the Desire, sailing for Araby, specifically en route to Sudenburg, a imperial colony that was going to be the basis of your expedition into the desert sands, in whatever capacity that might be. However, having a bit of trouble on the rough seas as a storm had kicked up a few days into your journey across the vast ocean, from Talea all the way to Araby. And you guys are not exactly sure where you're at. However, we are picking up immediately where we left off. The current storm is it is showing no signs of abating, as the Desire, the ship you guys are all on, is beaten and battered by the rolling sea beneath you. The Pale Skull Norskin raiders have been driven back off the deck, with most of them being slaughtered by you individuals in the process. Their bodies, along with that of many of the crew and Captain Eros Vito, shift and move along the deck, a few even spilling out over the rails to be lost in the drink. As a party, you have survived the battle, but will you survive the storm? I suggest we find out now. So, currently, there is no one manning the vessel. All of the crew were spread out, and we were narrating a heated fight, but essentially the entire ship was being boarded, not just from the one side. It was being boarded on the other sides as well. The rest of the actual crew was defending the ship. Every round that passed, certain amount of ship crew died, just so you know. So you're running a little low on individuals. However, all is not necessarily lost. Those of you still conscious, and speaking of which, I need to ask Lucian. It is your choice, Lucian. You used a fate point at the end of the last session to survive the combat. I will allow you to carry said fate point over if you wish to remain unconscious and survive this skill challenge that's about to take place. You would have to remain unconscious to do so, though.
Are there any other adverse effects I would suffer if I failed?
You will be in just the state that you are. You are preserved.
Do what test exactly?
We're about to have a skill challenge to see how well the individuals here manage to keep the ship afloat during the storm.
We can do it. So they would just be without my help if I failed the...
If you decide to just survive this, there's a possibility that you could, I don't know, take damage or, I don't know, get swept off the deck of the ship and lost at sea forever. But if you choose to...
Take another critical wound.
Yes, it could happen. So it is your choice because you used a fate point last session. I'm allowing you to carry over if you'd like to survive this as well. It's up to you. If not, you're about to pop back up.
No, I'll stick with my choice, and I'll choose to pop back up.
Okay, Lucian is as the raiders have been kind of driven off. Lucian, a stroke of fate, one might have it. Some of your clothing somehow managed to get balled up in the deep axe wound across your chest, and in doing so has made like an actually a relatively decent bandage. You do have a extra fatigue condition from being from being at 0, and you have 1 from bleeding. So you have 2 fatigue conditions. However, you and Luther, due to your adrenaline, are no longer seasick. So if you still had that in mind, you can get rid of those. Anybody that hit prone at one point, when you pop back up, you get a fatigue condition. Just remember that. All right. So Lucian, you come to wakefulness. The deck of the ship is in chaos right now. People are freaking out. People on the deck are just scrambling around. Nobody has any direction. All the officers are dead. You are all that's left. So, to start this off, I'm going to need 3 checks. The first one, I need you guys to rally the crew. Now, you can either do this with a charm, an intimidate, or a leadership test.
I would like to.
I will accept a single roll, so choose wisely.
I don't know if my perfect pitch is going to help out on this, but I'd like to hope my talent of perfect pitch will allow me to call out above the sound of the waves in the storm, so that the frantic, frenzied crew below me can hear me as I say, "You there, good sir. You look like a man with a good head on his shoulders. You must take the wheel and get us under control," and try to charm him into bravery.
Okay, this will be a charm test for the crew, and you'll be doing it from the crow's nest. Or are you going to try to come down?
If I come down, won't that be my action?
No, we're not in combat initiative anymore.
I would like to come down then because I'm doing a
All right. You come down. Go ahead and give me a charm roll. I'm going to assume that's a failure.
Oh, I read it wrong. Okay. No, that's a fortune point is what that is.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a fortune point. Yeah, sorry.
I was wondering why you were...
I was pretty sure an 82 isn't going to cut it.
Viewers, I thought it was a 28.
No.
I wish we had just a 100-sided die. All right. Let me use my fortune point.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 levels of success.
2 levels, 2? Okay.
2.
All right, you guys
That's
are
a
2
19
levels of success.
under 41.
Good. All right, that's 2 levels. Wolfram, as you begin to, your voice actually carries even over the din of the storm, the loud thunder crashing around you. All of you beginning to kind of come to your senses, beginning to take positions. You've been on the ship for a few days. Perhaps some of you have even picked up a few little sailing tricks here and there just by watching. But Wolfram has taken quickly to probably his more advanced experience in the militia than he was back home in the guard, and has managed at this point to rally some of the crew to get them to start working. And they're beginning to man their positions as if the captain was giving orders at this point. All right, that is check 1 completed. 2 levels of success, very good. Next, I need somebody to try to scout a path. I will accept either a perception or outdoor survival to chart a safe path through the rolling waves.
What do fatigued conditions do?
They give you a -10. So if you have 2, you have a -20 to all just everything.
I don't have perception or outdoor survival.
I have great perception, but I already rolled, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Probably should have waited to do that one.
I have navigation for 29. 29 in navigation.
Hey. Now, you are at a -10 right now, Nog.
Does anybody have better to each try?
I have.
I'm a 26 perception. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, all of us are at a negative, though, right?
all of us are going to be pretty low, I think.
Yeah, everything for me is
here we go.
20 right now.
Nog's gonna try to get us home, y'all.
Nog's doing it.
Okay.
Why
Of course
not?
Nog's doing it. I mean, I have the highest.
it's tough no matter
That's
what.
too bad. It's too bad. It would have passed with
Wait.
fucking.
However,
deficit.
You can.
Nog,
Yeah,
You can do a thing.
you can do it. You
can
passed
spend.
it.
Now you only have one fortune point.
Yeah.
You can spend it right now to just have a success. It can count as a success.
We got to get home. I'm gonna. Nog would
Okay.
do it.
That's 3 successes.
All right, we're getting home, lads.
Okay. The next one will
Hello,
determine.
baby.
This is the moneymaker. There's one more test. Nog, he's got a higher vantage point than most of you, and the 4 of you are on the upper deck, with Wolfram kind of going on the lower deck, giving orders, getting the crew ship in ship shape. Nog looking around. Perhaps maybe Nog has even been at sea before. There's no telling. He's the oldest out of all of you, and being an ogre mercenary, he's probably traveled a lot of places and ate a lot of people along the way. Regardless, though, Nog, as you're kind of looking out towards the waves, you see in the far distance, you see like these strokes of light, but they're not lightning. It's not like lightning and thunder. They seem like they're a different color. And for some reason, you latch onto that Nog and you begin to tell whoever's beginning to hold the wheel. One of the deckhands is basically taking a hold of the wheel, and you kind of give them instructions on where to steer. Which he's probably terrified the entire time, as there's an ogre within a few feet of him.
First of all, how does the ogre know how to sail?
Doesn't necessarily. The ogre knows that there's stuff over there, and that's your best way to go.
hard over, lad. Hard over. Don't make me come up there and do it myself.
Doesn't want that to happen. And last but not least, as the waves buck and roll, the deckhand manning the wheel slips, skids across the deck. Someone's got to take the wheel and give me a sail check. Last one, guys. Last
Cheapest
one.
when you need him.
What is sail? Is sail advanced skills, right?
Sail is let me check.
Agility.
What's
Agility.
I think it's agility.
I don't have sail.
It's agility.
That would be-
So it's just gonna be agility test. If no, I don't think any of you have sail.
Probably
So
not.
agility. Test.
Any
It would be a 19 for me if I was to roll because I'm a minus 20.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sitting
as well.
at 20 as well.
I have a 42 for athletics.
You can't do anything.
I
and
can't
it's
do
not
anything
athletics.
else because I'm telling
How are you-
somewhere.
how are you feeling,
somewhere where to go.
That's what I'm supposed to
The
roll
minus 10
during
puts
the
me
plan.
also at a 19.
Yes, I guess technically
I guess it's me then.
is yeah.
All right, Lucian.
Who's our best shot?
Yeah.
Give us a shot,
Uh,
Lucian. Give us a roll.
Lucian's got good
Uh-oh.
agility, though.
He does. He's at a minus
Yeah.
20 right now, though, is the only problem.
That's bad.
93. It's
That's
real
sure
bad.
bad.
It's real bad.
Better
It's
use that
probably-
fortune point.
Probably use a fortune point.
Okay.
That's
Go and roll it again.
It'll at least lower the failure.
Yeah, at least it's lower the failure.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 60.
Lower it a little bit.
60.
Better than 90.
We good with that? Or you want to spin another one?
Yeah.
Let's
I'm gonna
do
do
it.
it.
Let's do it.
I don't
Let's do
know. It's
I don't know.
One of these times I'm gonna roll something good. Like, yeah, that's
That's the
the
secret.
blessed, it's the blessed
That's the
number.
secret number.
I unfortunately 69 is not the blessed number.
Shally
Same-
Mercy,
it's
that's
the same
the
degree.
nine.
I'm assuming. Do you want? You still have two more. You have 2 more fortune points if you want to spend them.
I'm blowing
Or
one.
one more actually. Yeah, you have one more.
I'm
Go ahead.
here it is. I'm wasting a wall.
Let's do them all.
I'm just really bad. I'm just really,
Nope.
really bad.
Jesus.
Guys.
So,
Oh my God.
how many degrees of failure is that? Because that will be important as to what happens.
Can we keep
5.
the 69?
Nope. You have to with fortune points. You keep the last one you rolled. 5 degrees of failure. Okay. All right. Loose. All
You've
of you.
got those rolls out of the way.
So,
I'll be good from here on out.
Wolfram's down on the lower deck, getting the deckhands all in order, beginning to take the sails, beginning to get stuff moving around. Nog is by the wheel. He's already plotted basically a course, essentially, as best he can in his primitive ogre language. Between the 3 of you, Luther with his arm out of socket, and he can't get there fast enough. He begins to slip. Henry also broken ribs, not doing so
Cracked.
good right now.
They're cracked.
Cracked, excuse me. cracked ribs as he goes.
Let's not forget, Nog has a compound fracture.
You do, and you have a broken arm. Yeah, Nog has a broken arm.
No, and it's exposed. The bone is exposed.
I thought you had
I think you said it was.
No, that would be considered a major break.
Oh,
you had a
I thought
minor
you
break.
said.
Trust me, you don't want a major break.
Don't argue. Don't argue for it, Dan.
Nah, it's up to you where you
minor.
want it broken.
Yeah,
If you can have it broken at the
minor,
wrist,
bro.
you can have it broken in the forearm. It's up to you, but we'll discuss that later.
Thank
However,
you, guys.
Lucian is the only one. After he comes to wakefulness, he's the only one that's kind of managed to stay near the wheel, grabs a hold of it, and his wound begins to open back up as he begins to try to manage this wheel. He's like, he's gritting his teeth, and he's pushing it as hard as he can. And you guys are coming up on a wave, and you are dead on. And the boat begins to drift up. And as you get to the precipice, the rest of you, everybody's eyes are going wide. People are praying. Sigma preserve us! So on and so forth as you crest
By the twin comets
of the waves. Barely crested. Over the tip. Over the breach. You all, there's still more waves coming. As another wave, yeah, you're all excited. Another wave begins to come up. This time on the port side, on the side of the ship. Lucian can't turn it quick enough. But what might be more horrifying is that you guys see a shape. All of you see a shape in the wave. There's a darker spot in the center of it. You see in a flash of lightning. It's gargantuan. Whatever it is. You. As the wave begins to crest over you, a gargantuan shark, the size of your ship, with its mouth open wide, bursts through the wave and strikes the side of the vessel. An explosion as the Desire is splintered to pieces in the middle of the storm. All of you ripped asunder.
I desire to be off this ship.
And everyone loses consciousness.
I can't swim.
None of you can swim.
Oh, damn it.
We flash forward.
All these deals with the fucking
Much
wall.
later on. I need all of you to roll me d4s.
What's this gonna be for?
Fuck.
Ooh.
Go boys.
I don't know. I feel like that's bad.
Okay. Who is...
I feel like
Alright.
every roll in this game is potentially the worst roll you've ever done.
Who do we have
Oh, it always
for...
is.
Who do I
That's the
have
great thing about
for
Warhammer.
a
Every
4?
roll is the worst.
Who rolled a 4?
Luther, Lucian, and Henry.
And Henry?
Yeah.
We recover 4 wounds.
Nope. Wish. All
I don't
right.
think that's how this works.
And then I got a 2 for Wolfram.
Wolfram Kista.
Yeah. And no Nog with a 1.
Nah, with a 1. Okay.
Is it though?
It's okay. It's okay. All right. As we flash
3 was
forward,
the bad number, right?
as we fast forward much farther, you're not sure how much time has passed. All of us as players, it is the next day. Perhaps it's been 2 days. There's no way to tell. All of you begin to finally rise from wakefulness. Let's start with Luther. Yeah, we'll start with Luther. Luther, you wake up. There's sand on your face, in your mouth. You are on a beach. You begin to look around. The shattered remnants of your vessel. You see the large, it's almost like it cracked in half. The front half, along with the figurehead, is laying maybe 50, 60 feet from you. Embedded. It is washed up ashore. The rest of the ship, you're not sure where it is. It's gone. You, however, are amongst the debris. And as you rise, you begin to look around. You see the two broken bodies of Henry and Lucien, also washed ashore. It looks like Henry had grabbed a hold of Lucien, maybe perhaps trying to save him from something. Who knows what?
Yes.
Or maybe it was the other way around. It's hard to tell right now because they are also in a similar fashion, almost like mangled corpses buried on the beach. They look like dead men. In fact, you could see there are many dead men on this beach. Many of the other sailors, some of the bodies have been picked over by animal life. You're not sure exactly what. But Luther, you're the first one to rise. What would you like to do?
This is a kind of just desert climate, beach climate.
You're on a beach. It's hard for you to tell where you're at. It is hot.
Okay.
It's warm. It's like Florida. it's hot and it's muggy right here on the it's muggy right here on the beach at least. Maybe further inland, not so much, but right here it sucks.
And I only see Henry and Lucien.
There's the only two you see that are like kind of stirring a little bit.
Okay.
The rest of you don't see Wolfram or Nog. You don't see anyone else walking around and doing anything, moving around.
I guess we'll kind of try to get up. Oh, my arm! And try to get up, and he's gonna hobble over. Does he see his quarterstaff anywhere?
I will say, oh man, do I do this again? Do I take your shoes like I did last time?
Dude, take my shoes, bro. You took them last time. You shit my back. You know.
Should we roll to see if you kept your shoes on? If you're barefoot right now? No, I will say that you have your equipment. Your quarterstaff is nearby.
I'm using it kind of like as a walking stick
with your one arm.
Yeah, walking over there. I'll go over to whoever's closest, either Henry or Lucien.
Mm-hmm.
Try to stir them awake.
You just poking them, or are you like getting down there and trying?
I kind of get down on my knees and kind of like take my hand and what?
Okay. Say Henry's the first one you come across. Just give him a couple slaps.
As I kind of slap him awake, I go, he kind of eyes open, like, wake up! You need to save me. And then, I'll try to crawl over to the other one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Henry, you come to wakefulness.
Where are we?
We're both attractive men, looking at each other.
Two attractive men. Still a little damp for being in the sand.
Is my shirt on?
Do you want it to be on? It's ripped. It's ripped a little bit. You know, there's some flesh exposed. Yeah. You know that the leather you had was kind of carved up a little bit in the fight, and between that and the storm.
Where are we?
I don't know. I see a few of us here, and I scoot over to Lucien and try to wake him up.
Okay. You kind of move over to Lucien, kind of shaking him, and he, as he moves over, his wound has scabbed over. Well, not really scabbed. It's just kind of clotted together.
Clotted up, yeah.
It looks bad though. You can tell that Henry, when you kind of moved him, he's hurt too. Like he winced as he sits up. But Lucien's is like visibly grievous. That you can just look at him and say like, oh shit, that's going to be a really nasty scar one day.
Yeah. Yeah. Wake up, my friend! As he slaps him a little bit, you know.
Okay. Slap Lucien a little bit. Three of you are awake.
What's happening?
We're alive. That's all I know so far. And
are you the coal boy that was by the wheel of the ship?
Yes. I serve the mistress. I'm an apprentice of hers.
You're the man with the rapier.
What's What's left of him?
Where's everybody else?
Don't know. How big is the speech?
If you look left, you look right. It's big. You can't see anything from where you're at. Now it is like typically like most beaches, it does have a decline, and there is like a bit of a lip towards the top of it that if you were to hike up the beach on the what do they call those, like the dune kind of area, you'd be able to see over the top and perhaps get a better point of view.
Does it look like we were dragged up the beach or just washed ashore?
It looks like you were washed ashore, and violently so, because unlike some of your companions, it was lucky. You guys were washed much further than the tide normally pulls people in, and you can see there are many of your companions that suffered a much worse fate as they were drowned on the beach during the storm.
Have any of you ever been to Araby before?
Never.
My first time, I must say.
Well, I'm going to assume we made it by all the sand.
Mission accomplished.
That's the three of you.
Short-term goal accomplished.
Maybe. We'll see.
We did it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
All right.
Doesn't matter how we did it. We did it.
Do we notice any other like crew members stirring, or we like seemed like to be the only three?
Go ahead and first off, I need all of you guys to give me endurance tests. You can each remove 1 point of fatigue before you do so.
All of us? Or
Got a
just
good little
Yeah,
snooze in
all
there.
of you can too. Nog and Wolfram, you can do the same.
Ooh.
You said endurance?
Yes, an endurance test.
Wait, have you found Naganai yet?
No,
I
no,
thought
but you guys can do this too. You got because we're all going to end up doing it. So,
Do I get any bonus, or is it just a flat roll?
it's a flat. Well, it's a plus 20 endurance test. I should have mentioned that.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
One level of success.
Oh God, I'm re-rolling that shit.
Keep the 99, bro. I love
With
it.
a plus 20, I get one level of
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no worse roll. All right.
You can get a 100. It's just as bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna.
Counts.
I don't have a fatigue point though. What do I have to roll? Wah. All right, I'm gonna use the fortune point to re-roll that.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled 99, viewers, which is the best
99.
roll you can ever roll. All right, let me see it.
What is that?
I'm not sure.
I rolled 18.
Okay.
So you get to me. Yeah.
How many levels of success do you have, Luther?
Sorry, that's me. I rolled a 33 out of 40.
Well, 33 is a critical success.
Yeah.
All right. So with a critical success, oh man, how would I do this? I'll tell you what I'll do. I will allow you to double your toughness bonus. You are healing right now, so you can double your toughness bonus and then add your success levels in wounds. That's how much you heal.
Okay.
So Luther's
All right.
that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's not too shabby.
Lucian.
3 levels of failure.
Okay, that doesn't matter. The degrees of failure don't matter on this. You added the plus 20 for the endurance test, right?
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Okay. So you just recover your toughness bonus and wounds, just whatever your toughness bonus is. That's how many wounds you recover. Henry, how'd we do?
A 38 out of 50, so I think I get 4 wounds back. There's one level of success.
All right. Awesome. Nog. You are muted as well.
Yeah, what's up? I have one level of success.
So you will get your toughness bonus plus 1 wounds.
So that since I have 45 in toughness, that's 4.
Yeah, 4. So 4. So you get 5 wounds back. So you can add that. Wolfram, how'd you do?
I was already at full wounds, all 9 of them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Got 3. I had 3, so
yeah. It doesn't matter then. I forgot that you hadn't taken any damage. It doesn't matter.
Point. Okay.
Yeah.
He was busy loading something all night long.
That's fine. So Luther, Lucian, and Henry. You guys, you're feeling better, obviously. Still probably a little worse for wear, but you do feel okay. I will say that if you guys want to attempt to patch yourself up, you can. If you have any heal skills or anything like that.
I was going to do that at some point.
You cannot heal a critical wound until it is addressed. So you will be minus a wound if you have a critical wound until it is fixed.
All right.
Like from the total?
Yeah, for your total will be basically declined by however many critical wounds you currently have. But you guys can make heal skills if you want. Now would probably be the best time if you want to.
I feel like might as well try.
Ooh, I failed. Do I get a bonus to my heal? Do I get a +20?
No, you do not.
Damn it. I failed.
Do you have the heal skill?
I do. I got a 49 out of 33.
How much time would you like to take? Because if you guys are doing this quickly, if you're trying to save time and then move up the beach, it will be a flat roll. If you guys are taking time to do this, I'll give you the +20.
I would imagine we're taking time. If everyone around us is dead.
Yeah, I mean, I figure
you guys are
exhausted on the beach.
All right. Yeah. So, Henry, who were you addressing? Yourself or someone else?
Depends. Lucian looks bad.
Lucian doesn't look good.
And I see a dislocated shoulder, probably.
Yes. Now, I will say that's Lucian's going to you do have points in heal, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Henry, looking at Lucian, you can tell with a little bit of combat medicine that between the two of you, especially, you can tell he needs a doctor, or he needs some kind of magical salve or something. His wound is not going to close easily, well beyond what you have the means to do yourself. However, you can address some of his other wounds if you are trying to do so.
You're talking about me, you're talking about Luther.
Excuse me, Lucian. It was you, Lucian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably get the idea that Lucian can probably take care of himself a little bit with his heal, so I would probably look to Luther, the little coal boy who was begging for.
My arm, save me.
I need to check on yours. I think he might be able to look at it with his.
I hand him a piece of driftwood and tell him to bite down.
What? Why?
Bite down on this.
Also should hand. This was dislocated shoulder. Medical attention. Okay. Yeah, so you're attending Luther right now?
Yes.
You have to have 2 levels of success. Oh, excuse me. 6 levels of success to fix this wound. And it's an extended test. Ooh. If at any point you fail a roll, it's fucked up. So right now you have, 1?
It's just a success.
That counts as 1. So if you'd like to do the next one, you can.
Why not?
No pressure. It is a +20.
Bite down. Ooh, 43!
Is that another success?
That is a success. And 43 out of 53.
There's 2. Keep rolling. I hope so you need 4 more success levels.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Okay.
Whoops.
It's you're not a skilled doctor or anything.
I'm not. I'm just trying to pop this baby back in.
Yeah.
That's a 42.
Oh yeah.
That's 3.
Yeah,
we're nickel and diming it. We're nickel and diming it. You need 3 more.
Come on, baby. Come on, Shalia.
Just one good roll.
I missed it by 3.
Do you have any fortune points?
I already spent one.
You can spend another
Can
one.
Lucian assist him?
You can make it
I mean,
assist. No. This is how it works.
Oh, he
He's
can't just
he's
like, oh
helping
no,
you.
shift it over that way.
Nope.
You know?
That ain't happening.
I will give you
Right
one
now,
more.
right now, Henry's on your back, and he's slowly like wrenching it in because he's not quite getting it. You're like, it's slowly getting pushed.
You get
in.
one more because I have cracked ribs. I need to take care of myself.
Oh,
It's a fail.
no!
You might want to re-roll that one, my man.
Oh,
tell you.
no.
Yeah, I will because you gave me DM inspiration.
I did. You can use that.
Okay. That's a fail. That's it. It's over.
You're not gonna. That's it.
No, I'm not gonna burn through all my fortune points.
That's Henry's.
No!
He's,
I have
he's
to
like,
make a test on my cracked
and
ribs.
then Henry is your. I mean, you can still make the test on your cracked ribs. You don't need a fortune point. You're
If I
fine.
fail the cracked ribs test, I have a permanent -5.
Yeah, you're fine, man. Maybe you should wait till you get to town to get your ribs looked at. Luther's right here. He's hurting right now.
I don't know how long.
It'll be
it's gonna
fine.
take us to
We'll wait the town. You know, we'll wait the town.
You're like, and
I'm
then
not
it's just not.
I'm not a
it's not
doctor.
going in.
You're not a doctor.
It's not going in. Let me make sure there's no negatives.
What's the negative for the arm too?
Your arm is considered amputated, like as far as
Okay.
rules are concerned. So it's just useless. You
Okay.
you
So
can't you can't use it to pick up or attack or anything. It's just kind of like.
Okay.
I'm assuming that either between Henry and Lucian, they've made you a sling at this point.
Okay.
That until you get it reset, it just kind of hangs
fine.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What is his strong hand or his weak one?
It was his dominant hand.
my jackhand.
His
It
jackhand.
was his dominant hand. So
How will I do a tug?
Okay.
Exactly.
Lucian. Are you going to try to see to yourself?
Don't let Henry lay hands on you, bro. You're doomed.
Seeing the failed medical practice before me, I'm getting a little sickly. I think I'm gonna just tough it out in my current state.
Okay. Now, are you missing any
What a
wounds,
champ.
Lucian?
Am I missing any what?
Are you missing any wounds?
Did I recover?
Don't
any
know how to
wounds
answer
from
that question.
No. Are you low on health? Like what's your current health right now? Just 4? 3? Okay. You can. What I'm telling you is you're allowed to make a heal check to raise your HP, not just look at your critical wound. Like you can fill in what you're missing.
Yeah. Being without any more fortune points.
Yeah.
I'm worried about like critically failing this and re-injuring myself in some
If
way.
you critically fail, it would be bad. But if you don't critically fail, I'd be fine. It's up to
So
you.
like last campaign.
Do you
rules.
regain at least 1 if you fail, or do you get none?
No, if you fail, you don't get anything, and you only get one attempt to try this per after a combat scenario. You only get 1 attempt. So
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tough it out.
okay, so Lucian's just kind of like, now he's afraid. He's assessing himself and realizes that he just doesn't have it in him right now to attempt to address himself. Henry,
Yes.
if I'm looking at this correctly, your cracked ribs, boom. There is nothing you're going to be able to do right
Yes.
now, but you can address your wound situation. You can try to get those back if you'd like to.
Yes, just in case we get ambushed.
Did I get
Fail.
back health any for those rolls?
You do
Or-
not. That was just trying
Okay.
to fix your shoulder.
Okay.
I failed.
You failed.
No wounds come back.
It wasn't a critical wound. I mean, a critical fail. So you're trying to patch yourself up, and you
Just like wrap them up.
yeah, and you do your best to what you got, but you don't feel any more healthy than you did before. At least for now. Maybe.
I take off my leather jerkin,
Uh-huh.
and then I take my
Oh.
my male shirt that I was wearing. I take that off,
Mhm,
and I
mhm.
start wrapping my ribs up.
Yeah. Ugh.
Does anyone find me attractive?
It's getting really
Uh,
Brokeback Mountain.
I don't know. Does
Say
Luther
that.
and Lucian find Henry attractive? He is, in fact. Hey,
16-year-olds, young squire.
Young, sweaty men on the beach.
he is, in
Luther
fact.
can
no
appreciate
guarding
a fine
around.
physical form. You know?
Luther appreciates it. He's like,
Very
all of a sudden,
Greco-Roman.
all of a sudden Lucian finds a football and we start playing some catch.
Even in these dire circumstances, you got to take a moment and appreciate
Exactly.
You see things
We're alive,
differently.
Does anybody want? So, Luther, are you missing wounds? Or are you good?
Luther is missing wounds. Yeah.
Okay. Is just somebody want to take a look at Luther? He's the only one that hasn't had an attempt on healing yet.
I will let Lucian take one if he wants to. I tried my stuff.
Lucian's not the best right now.
Would you care for some medical assistance?
Oh, yes, please.
I'll do my best.
Give me a heal check, Lucian. 99.
Oh.
99.
That'd be devastating.
80. No. It's a fail, but it's not a critical
All right.
fail. So
Yeah, I'll take it.
you attempt to look at Luther. You're not feeling up to stuff. You're not at your best, Lucian, and he's a little hurt, but he'll live. You're in much worse shape than he is.
Yeah.
With the three of you looking at each other on the beach here,
romantically,
it's taken and this has taken like the better part of an hour, maybe 2 hours, even of you guys just kind of patching yourselves up. You've seen there's been various seagulls that have flown overhead. You've noticed there are kind of like small crabs that kind of come out of the sand every once in a while, kind of scuttle around and then dive back in. But other than that, you haven't seen much else. What would
Do
you
we
like to do?
know anything at all about this area?
None of
would
you
have any inclination about where
You'd have to
civilization might be.
You would have to try to find a vantage point. Right now on the beach, you have none. You could.
Lucian and myself would both know the direction we are currently in, or
That's
we
true.
would know.
That's
or
true.
north
Sun.
of the place.
That's true.
Yeah.
Judging from the sun and whatnot, you can tell that you are on a northern beach. So you can make the assumption you've either made it to Araby, or perhaps you're on an island and you're going to be stranded here for the rest of your days. Only time will tell.
Oh.
You'll have to find a vantage point to discover either or. You could, if you don't want to climb up the dune, you could attempt to possibly climb up the wreckage, the upper half of the ship, and perhaps get a better vantage point from there. You haven't investigated the wreckage whatsoever, actually, right now, if you'd like to.
I mean, while one of them climbs the dune, I can investigate the wreckage.
Okay. Who wants to check it out? Or does two people want to check it out? I don't know.
Yeah, we can go to the top
Yes.
of the dune.
Yeah.
Luther
Lucian and Luther can go to the top.
You
Yeah.
begin to walk up the dune. It's not very far. Meanwhile, Henry, you kind of scrounge back to the wreckage of the ship. There's gargantuan. Just half of the ship's gone. The back half of it's gone. You see wreckage kind of scattered across the beach from a pretty good distance. You see even more, and at the very edge, just a pinprick on the edge of the beach, you see a dark shape. Perhaps that's just a really large rock. Perhaps that's the other half of the ship. It looks like it's several miles away, down the beach somewhere. Not sure. But why don't you give me a perception check, Henry? Do this as you are looking around.
I don't see
Damn
anything.
it, bro.
Critical foul. Henry, you go over
You're
to the ship,
blind.
and and I mean you're just kind of as you kind of begin to look inside, you're not seeing anything of use. Everything is just mucked over. You don't see, you haven't come across any living individuals as of yet. There are a few bodies, dead sailors that you know probably a handful of them that are just kind of sloshing around the inside of this ship, and what little bit of the tide that has kind of risen up inside of it. As you're looking around, you do find a cutlass. It looks like the captain's cutlass. It's just laying there, unsheathed.
No.
You grab a hold of it. It's broken.
Okay.
You
As long
pick
as
up
it's
out
not
of sand.
cursed.
It's broken at the kind of like basically it's the equivalent of a dagger now, as you
Okay.
pick it up out of the sand. if you'd like to keep it, that's all you find, Henry.
All right.
You're currently investigating the inside of the ship. Meanwhile, Luther and Lucian, you clamber up to the top of the dune and begin to look out. And as you do, I have to scoot over to a different individual. Nog Throat Ripper.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yours is probably going to be short and sweet, Nog.
Oh, I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Because Nog, you wake up, Nog. You sit up. Where's your arm broken, Nog?
Just right in the middle.
Okay, yeah, a clean break right on the forearm. It's busted. As you sit up, you can feel there's something missing, Nog.
Somebody got locked up.
Your breast, your gut plate is gone. Your prestigious gut just exposed, as well as your large weapon is missing.
There we go.
And then you are in a large cage, Nog.
Oh no.
There are shackles on your one good arm and both of your feet bolting you, and currently you are in a wagon train of some kind. As you kind of like,
awesome.
And you kind of look around, you see that there are various other wagons, all of them moving in a line, pulled by strange creatures. I'm not sure how much time have you spent in the sands, Nog. Have you spent any time in the desert?
I don't like sand.
So no?
Is it rough and gets everywhere?
No.
So Nog, you look over.
It's because it's rough and it gets everywhere.
And the carts are being pulled by bovine creatures of some kind, large creatures. However, as you look up, there is
No, they look tasty though.
Everything looks tasty, and you're quite hungry, Nog.
That's right.
Quite.
I'm fucking hungry.
Quite hungry. You need to eat something today,
this is
or
it's
gonna go real bad.
Please.
As you look out, Nog, you see next to you, kind of walking with you, there's a large creature, brown, strange shape. Mm-hmm. It's not a horse. It's like if a horse had an elongated neck and there was a large hump on its back.
Oh man, okay.
As you look at it, there's a man sitting on top of it, wrapped in a kind of like not silks, but fabrics mostly. There is some leather kind of exposed underneath. There is a large scimitar on his hip, and he is currently holding the reins. And he calls out overhead something in a strange dialect of human language that you do not understand, Nog.
Now, how sure are these shackles?
We could find out, Nog.
We could find out, couldn't we? I think Nog would probably want to break out of this cage.
Okay. You currently have 1 fatigue condition.
Where would I note that on my sheet?
You can just go to conditions and you can put a -10. There should be fatigue on there somewhere.
I think you should only be at 1.
Yeah, you're only at 1. However, Nog, because 3 of your limbs are shackled and 1 of them is useless, you have a -30 to your strength test that you're about to make.
Ouch, bro.
So technically it's a -40 because you have a -10.
That sucks. I gotta roll super low.
You do. There's a chance. It's slim.
Yeah, well, he's gonna try regardless.
I know. Go ahead and try.
That's not gonna do it.
Nope. Nog, you and the chains catch. It's almost as if
Wince that one arm.
Whoever these individuals are used to capturing dangerous game. And Nog has been very well contained as of right now. And as you look around, Nog, the man riding next to you whistles up ahead and another rider kind of begins to kind of saunter back slowly. It's kind of like slowing his riding also one of these strange creatures that you've never seen before. As it rides back, there is you notice that there are 5 additional wagons in this train. The 2 at the very front, or the 3 in front of you, Nog. Oh, excuse me. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 more in addition to yours. So the 3 in front of you, you're kind of in the middle. The 3 in front of you appear to have human captives inside of them. Their bars are open. There is like a cover to like a wooden cover to the top of the wagon. It looked like most of them are manacled in some way or in some shape or form. Some of them look similar to the individuals that are riding next to you. I'm not sure how well Nog distinguishes humans from one another. They're all probably food to him, but regardless, though, they appear to be some kind of Arabian individuals. Further past that, you do see that the 2 additional carts. One of them is full of a few individuals you recognize as sailors from the Desire, as well as a few more individuals. It looks like a smattering of Talaeans and possible other sailors that perhaps were lost at sea as well, perhaps from different vessels. You're not sure. And then the frontmost cart is full of raiders, shackled and bound. Similar ones that raided your own vessel. Looks like fortune was not favorable to them as well during the storm, and it looks like a large amount of Norskins were captured and manacled up ahead. In addition, Nog, as you look back, and the wagon behind you, you're taken aback for a second because it's been a while since you've seen one. But there's a large creature. It's got a humanoid shape to it, but too wide shoulders, heavily muscled, and a thick hide. And as it kind of like, and it's also shackled in a similar fashion as you, Nog, as it kind of like looks over its shoulder, it bellows at you, and like smacks its head on the bars, and you would recognize a troll.
Oh.
And the wagon further past that, Nog, it is completely covered for some reason. Cannot see it, but you can tell that there is another wagon of some kind. It appears that Nog has been captured and he's part of some kind of slave trade, and who knows where he's going right now. But some people notice where he's going because both Luther and Lucian, as they peek over the dune, not too far from where you're currently at, you see a wagon train with somewhere around 30 to 35 slave trade individuals managing it, that come to a stop nearby, and you do recognize Nog. You guys are kind of like peeking over the top of the dune. You're like, oh shit. And you watch as these individuals are talking to each other, and a group of about 12 of them split off from their current train as it stops and begin approaching your direction. What would you guys like to do?
Luther's going to probably turn around. Yeah. And be like, Henry!
Henry's weighing the ship with his critical fail. Yes. He's in there. He's in there somewhere.
I'm hopping.
50, 60 feet to get to him. Lucian, are you going with him, or are you staying by the dune, Lucian?
I'm going down with him.
Okay. Luther, Lucian, Henry meet up within the bowels of the broken ship.
There's slavers out there.
The slave traders out there. Cannot stay here.
What do you suggest we do?
I don't know.
I can't.
Should make haste down to the beach.
I saw miles down the beach, but I did see a larger shape. Could be the other half of the ship. I don't know if we can make it though.
There's like there's just like nothing on the beach besides just wreckage and sand.
Just wreckage and sand.
Yeah.
As you peeked over the dune, you do see that there's sparse vegetation, like coastal vegetation, no like big trees or anything like that. But reed kind of like weeds and stuff sprouting up in various places. No grass to speak of, mostly sand. And as you looked further out, you would notice that there is a vast desert. But it's not like a sandy desert. It would be more akin to just an arid land, not necessarily sand dunes yet.
So the whole of the ship is probably like the only place we can hide right now.
On nearby, yes. If you were attempting to hide, this would be your best bet.
How many did you say there were?
There are 12 coming towards us? Is that what you said?
There were 12 individuals approaching. It didn't look like they were in a hurry.
There's no fighting out of that.
I could let you know as you saw them kind of split off. They weren't riding any of these strange beasts that neither of you have seen before, that the rest of us would recognize as camels. But they did appear to be armed, and they walked with purpose. And you did see that there was at least one of them that had several sets of manacles slung over his shoulder, as if perhaps they are approaching this particular spot for some reason, looking for who knows what.
We could tell that they were slayers, though, right?
Yeah, judging by the carts full of imprisoned individuals, yes, you could. In some form or fashion, they are gathering individuals and locking them up and taking them somewhere.
We have no means to fight them.
Sure you do. You have all your weapons.
Oh, do we have all of our stuff?
You guys have all your equipment?
I do not think we can reason with them. I don't think so. They seemed quite serious.
Judging by the three of us, I see only myself and Lucy are the only fighters. And if you said there's 12 of them, obviously the two of us can't take all of them. I think our best bet is to make our way down the beach.
Perhaps we could outrun them.
Idea.
It's our idea. Maybe they can overlook us.
Does it look like there's places to hide in this?
It's the back half of the ship. The ship wasn't a gargantuan ship, but it was large vessel. There was plenty of cargo space. You might be able to find some hiding spots in here. Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, mistress, where are you? Please.
As the three of you begin to contemplate what you're going to do, we are going to move over to Wolfram. As Wolfram, you awaken not on a beach, but in a cove of some kind. Like you've washed into something, almost like a cave-like cove. You do see the edge of it. That is the open. You can see the sandy beach on the sides of it, as if you are. It's just like a brief inlet into the earth underneath. But as you kind of you look up, there is salt water that you're kind of in, maybe 6 inches of seawater. Kind of sit up. It's very dark. You sit up and you. Somehow, some way, you managed to hold on to your rifle the entire time. You've got it with you. You also have your trusty knife. And as you search for your black powder, you have it.
Is it in a waterproof wrap, or is it soaking wet?
It is waterproof, however, it looks like some of it's been damaged. And now you only have 8 shots, Wolfram.
All right. Oh no. All right. Let me adjust that real quick.
Currently have 8 shots.
Well, I'd like to put 1 in the chamber.
Yes. You take out because the one that was there was obviously already damaged from what happened at sea. You carefully remove the powder. You see that it has been soaking for so long, it's useless to try to salvage it. You remove it. You begin to reload. With nothing going on, you're starting to reload it. It's at this point, Wolfram, I need you to give me a perception test.
Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
Since I was already at full wounds earlier, did I need to take that endurance check to burn a resolve point earlier?
No, you can keep your fortune.
All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So let me perception. Is this a regular? I shouldn't ask this because you're gonna do it. Will there be a penalty since I'm in the dark, or is it something where since I'm listening to it, no penalty?
Normally, you would have a plus 20 to this roll, but because it's so dark, it's just a flat.
Okay. That's very fair. Thank you. Oh man. I just missed it.
Okay.
I'm by 5 points.
Do you want to use a fortune point to make it a success? Are you okay with
let's
how
do
it
that?
is? Okay.
I'm alone. I'm a little fragile.
A single success, Wolfram. You begin to load your
I'm
weapon.
cool with that.
And as you do, you hear something. You look back over your shoulder.
I'm in the harem.
You look over, and then you see a shape coming out of the darkness, groggily holding his head, dragging a massive axe behind him, is a Norskin. He's somewhere around 7 feet tall. He's heavily armored, plate armor. It looks like he was beaten, and he's walking. He washed ashore along with you. As you're reloading. He looks up, meets eyes with you, grabs his axe with both hands.
Fuck!
Looks at you, Wolfram.
It says, "Hey, friend."
He says something in Norskin towards you.
Is it guttural and hostile sounding?
It is. I mean, it sounds like Norse language. So it's. It doesn't sound pleasant. Whatever he says, he does have a plate, kind of like helmet, a visored helmet on right now with 2 curling horns on the top of it. He takes up his axe, and it's at this point that you feel something, Wolfram. You feel a pinch on your leg. And then as you look down, you see there's a crab about the size of a dog that is like latched onto your leg. Oh shit! And you kind of like brush it away. And as you do, you look over towards the Norskin, and there are 3 crabs kind of like pinching at him. And I think we need to go ahead and roll initiative, Wolfram.
Oh shit! All right. Maybe I can help him get the crowds off if we run. Okay, give me a second. Oh, terrible. So that's going to be 4. Initiative of 4.
4?
I'm going to get axed, bro. I'm going to bleed to death in a cave.
All right, let me roll for Wolfram, or for the Norse.
My backup character ready?
The Norse individual. We got a.
All right, I'm feeling dodgy. We're good.
And let me roll for the crabs.
The crabs.
There is, yeah. You can do a swarm attack of creatures, can't you? That's right.
You could.
Rat. Yeah.
The crabs are going first in initiative. Wolfram.
Okay.
The crab that tried to latch onto you this time gets more serious, and it's lunging for you. You can either attempt to dodge it, or you can attempt to like kind of block it with your rifle that you're holding.
Your crab, bro.
Okay, so if block, would that be a melee basic then?
Yes.
And a dodge would just be a straight dodge?
A dodge, yes.
I guess I'll try and block it.
Okay, give me a block roll.
All right.
Oh,
You know what?
Is that a
I think-
critical failure?
No, because we're going to use a fortune point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and re-roll that.
My magic sign right here. The twin-tailed comet. It's going to bring me good luck.
Let's do it.
There we go. That is 2 levels of success.
2 levels of success.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2,
Oh!
so it got 3 levels of success.
Oh no!
The crab, as you go to block it,
I accept it.
You and it latches on to your neck. It goes, and then just clamps down. You shit! As you pull away,
Man.
you are going to take 6 wounds. You can reduce it by your toughness.
All right.
As you try to you try to pull away, it's a piece of skin, and you begin to bleed. You're like, fuck! As you pull away, and that crab now has a point momentum.
Even the Arabian crab.
You guys understand, this is about to be fatal for me. That's how weak I am.
Those fucking Skyrim mud crabs.
Hey, it's a big ass crab. There's 3 more crabs, Wolfram, that are going to attack your Norskin friend.
Fuck that
Crabs are a
guy.
bigger threat than the Norskin.
Yeah. Let me take him on. I'm fine. Yeah.
Good. What is he going to roll for his defense, though? He's going to try to. He is shit at dodging, so he's going to try to block these. Critical
Build it,
for
build
his
it, by
first
God.
one. He's going to smash aside the first one with a critical success on his first block. As it tries to pinch, he just kind of like crunches down. Doesn't even use his weapon. Just kind of smashes it with his big ass foot. Just explodes outwards. Its crab legs explode outwards. The second one, he easily bats aside. Doesn't hurt, doesn't kill it, but he kind of like, ah! However, the third one is going to jump onto his back and kind of like try to rip into him. It doesn't do enough damage to really get through the armor, but it does enough to hurt him. And so he's missing a wound at this point. He's like, and just kind of like crawling across his back. It is now the Norskin's turn. He is going to attempt to crush the one on the ground real fast. It's 25. It is going to try to dodge. It fails. So he does stomp the second crab. There's only one on his back now, kind of like pinching around. It is now your turn, Wolfram. What would you like to do?
All right. So I got one crab on my neck.
Well, it like it's not grappled onto you, just like it clapped you and you pulled away, so it's on the ground.
But I'm engaged with one crab,
Yes.
and it has 1 momentum already.
It does.
And I have no idea what its weapon skill is. It's probably 80.
It's not high.
And then,
It's a crab.
okay.
You
All
just
right,
got
not
really
to be
unlucky. You just got really unlucky.
All right. And how far away is the Norskin from me?
He's probably you can see him in the low light, so he's probably only like maybe 20, 30 feet from you.
You could make it to me in 1 round then?
If you want to, he could, yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay. I'm gonna have to blast him because I'm more concerned about him.
You're gonna shoot the Norskin?
Feel like I'm gonna have to, and then dodge away from the crab when the crab attacks me again.
You're gonna take a shot at the Norskin now because, unlike D&D, because you are in melee with the creature, doesn't matter if it's the one you're shooting or not. You will be at a -20 to this roll.
All right, and in that case, can I pull? I don't think I can shoot. So if I looked at the rules, since I'm in melee with the crab, I can't blast the crab.
You can attempt. Yeah, you could attempt to. It would be difficult. It basically
I don't think I can. Well, you make the rules, but I think the rules actually say.
No, you can. It's just they get to, unlike normal, where you just shoot them, and if it hits, it hits. They get to try to defend against it.
Okay. So then I'm not gonna have any way to defeat that Norseman. You know what? Or could I pull out my dagger?
Yeah, easily.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can. I see you down there. I don't have any momentum to disengage, so I can't run away. I'm still gonna get attacked. I'm gonna pull out my. Well, what if I attack with my the butt of my gun?
It counts as an improvised weapon. You could smash it.
Okay, so no penalty on that. It's a straight attack.
I believe it falls under a different category though. It's not melee basic, I don't think. Let me check. Improvise. Nope, it is. It's under melee basic, so it counts for. But it as an improvised weapon, it's just +1. And if a creature has armor, it's considered undamaging, so the armor is doubled. But it's your strength bonus +1 is how much damage it would do.
Okay, that's nothing. So I'm gonna whip out my dagger and try and skewer the crab.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
All right.
It's gonna try to dodge.
Okay.
$96 is really bad.
6 levels of failure.
Do you want to try to re-roll that?
I don't believe I have any more fortune points
Okay.
because I believe I just used 2.
It
And I used
also
1 on the first one. Yeah. So
it also failed. However, it critically failed its dodge roll. I rolled
Praise
a,
Sigmar.
I rolled
Praise
a
Sigmar.
55.
Lucked out
So
on that one.
you do 1 damage to it. However, the crab only has 1 hit point. It only has 1 wound. As you're like, ah! It doesn't like drive through it. You just kind of like, ah! And your dagger gets somewhat stuck in it. The
Glory to
carapace is
Sigmar,
hard.
man. Glory to Sigmar.
It actually does have like an armored shell. As you're kind of like, ah! And you like barely skids into it. You don't even get the dagger all the way through. But the creature kind of like, and then stops moving. And you're like, ah! Ah! With that many failures, your dagger is stuck in the crab right now. As that happens, you have your rifle at the ready, trying to see what's going to happen here at the top of the round. And at the top of the round, you hear something, Wolfram. Because
I hope it's help.
and you're like, oh shit! The Norskin's also trying to get the crab off his back. It's like, he like throws it off his back and looks around. And at the entrance to the cove that you're in, the kind of like cave area, a large
It's
form
Henry,
begins
right?
to pull itself out of the sand. Mama crab,
Mama crab!
and it's about the size of a horse. It begins like, and it's between you and the sea. As you kind of look over towards the Norskin, who kind of looks at you, and then looks at it, and he is. It is now the crab's turn. The small crab is going to try to attack the Norskin. Dude, I'm rolling crits left and right. He squashes this thing on defensive. He doesn't even. It tries to. It tries to lash out to him, and he just like backhands it, and it just splatters across the ground.
Get the crab.
He has I think he has 5 levels of momentum at this point. It is now Mama Crab is going to begin to and starts rushing, quickly spindling down towards the 2 of you. It's at this point, Wolfram, that you realize that as you look around, you see there are several eggs, and this might be her nest. And you are invaders, and she's going to kill you now. So, as she rushes down...
Can I point my gun at the egg and see if it'll recognize it?
Sure, yeah. It's smart enough to realize what that gun is.
I don't think it's the Queen Alien.
As it
it
moves
works in
towards
Alien.
it is going to Actually, it's going to make an attack towards the larger threat. It's going to try to attack the Norskin.
Oh, okay. I did not expect that. All right, cool.
All right, 70, and he is going to. He gets another
Burn that
critical
momentum.
success.
Fuck me, this guy. You need to run.
This guy's gonna
Get the
make
fuck
out.
God,
He just got a 66, but he has so much momentum that it counts. 6 points of momentum now.
I mean,
Thor Odinson has come to task, I guess. Where does he hit it?
It's Mads.
Is this a champion or this is a?
He would be considered.
The name you're looking
he would
for
be
is
considered.
Thor Asgard.
He would be considered a champion.
Oh shit!
He
could be a champion target for me in a second.
All right.
Champion.
How much damage is he doing?
Luther's like, no, bro, just run.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
He does a lot. He does a lot of damage.
No, we're dodging and running. Trust me, that's.
Good luck.
He hacks into it with his axe significantly. He takes off 2 of the legs on its left side.
God.
Cleaves into the center shell. It begins to bleed out of the. It's like its little crab claws are like it's like wincing back as he pulls the axe free. A bunch of its armor is just shredded on one side as the axe is hacked into it. Massive damage, but the crab is still up.
That was just his defense.
That was his defense. It's now the champion's turn.
Ah.
He looks over at you, Wolfram. He looks over at you and says something. And he's going to try to kill the crab now.
I'm afraid he's going to try and make a man out of me. I'm really scared now.
Oh, shit. The crab...
Crab rolled the one.
No, the crab actually dodged, though, even with all his success levels.
Shit,
The crab begins to dodge as the waist. A big overhead swing smashes into the
He loses
low
momentum,
water.
then, right?
He loses. He loses 1 point.
Okay.
1 point. Oh no, just 1 point of momentum because he didn't get hit. When you get hit, you lose everything.
Okay, all right.
But
There is a channel out there called Crit Crab, though, so this is pretty funny.
the crab does. The mama crab has 1 point of momentum now. All right, Wolfram, it is your turn. It is your decision what you're going to do. You're not considered in melee yet. However, there's a crab between you and safety, and there's also a champion nearby. Choose wisely.
How far is the entrance from me, though?
The entrance.
If I were to,
you can't now.
Not straight through, but around a crab.
I can tell you right now, the way this is going to work, you ain't getting around the damn crab. It takes up too much space.
Okay. The Nordskin got his back to me?
You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen.
Because
he asked if the Norskin's back was turned to him.
Technically, he would be in front of you. He did look back at you, though, Wolfram.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know a way to get around them. I mean, can I dodge around them and try and make it out the door?
You could attempt to dodge around the crab if you'd like. It will it will attempt to attack you as you flee. But yes, you can make an attempt if you'd like.
All right.
Your action
How hurt
to
does the
dodge.
crab look?
It looks like it's about to be dead. It's like bleeding.
I'm shooting that fucking Norse guy in the back.
You're gonna shoot the champion in the back. Okay. All right.
Like no matter what I do, you always telegraph it's the back.
Commit to it.
What are you gonna do?
I'm committed to it.
What are you committing?
Him.
Are you shooting him, or are you gonna shoot the crab that's almost dead?
I'm shooting the Norse guy.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. I hope you don't critically fail.
Oh, well, I got 3 levels of success.
How is that 3 levels of success?
Oh, god damn it. I read it wrong again. It's 80.
That's an 86, my man.
I got 3 levels of failure.
Yes, you do. As Wolfram, you boom, and it skids. It's a loud, thunderous boom, but it skids off of the roof. 3 levels of failure. It's it's not super close to shooting him. It's kind of like skids
Maybe he
off the
doesn't know.
wall.
Maybe he thought you were shooting the crab.
It's true.
Yeah, point at the crab.
That's going to be
Whoops.
the end of Wolfram's turn.
It is.
It is now the crab's turn.
So I'm going to reload that thing real quick, too.
The crab gets a very good roll.
Nerve-wracking.
Norskin's is better. The Norskin takes his axe and catches the crab claw coming in, and then just kind of throws it to the side. Despite it being so much bigger than him, he's defending himself easily. And he looks back at you and says something. You're like, that's my Norse, I guess. I don't know. That was horrible.
Oh, shit.
Sure, I'd love to leave. Yeah, sure, cool.
He yells at you. There's froth coming from his mouth as he does so. It is now his turn. And he buries the axe in the craps between both of its eyes. And it just falls to the ground. As he pulls it free. Crab blood all over him.
Not a problem.
He looks back at you, Wolfram, as your unloaded smoking gun. He takes his axe and has it in both hands, looking down at you.
It's not what it looks like.
Give him a thumbs up.
It's now... This will determine a lot, Wolfram. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I want to charm him.
I mean, you could try.
He's right between me and the exit, right?
Yeah, now he is taking up a position in the center of the of the cave. And you basically, the sunlight's behind him. He's silhouetted. Beautiful sight. Large dead crab body behind him. Blood dripping off of his axe.
Eating good tonight.
I'm going to look at him. I'm going to say, what a great job we've done. We have slain the monster. You and I, friends now. Let us go out into the sun.
Give me a charm test, Wolfram.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to, yeah. I'm confident, man. This is going to work.
We're best bros.
We are best
Remember that
friends,
time
man.
we killed that crab?
Sigmar. That's right. Bless me, my lady.
Let's see what this dice roll is.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
I will say...
We were all like dog shit.
I mispronounced. I am.
No.
We're. That's
do you want to re-roll it? Can you re-roll it?
I can. I'm out of
Yeah.
point.
So is it how many levels of failure is it?
That is
An 86.
Was that? I thought it was a 68. Was that an 86?
That's an 86.
It's 86. It's 86, Patrick.
Why can't it just show us the 100-sided dice?
No.
4 levels of failure.
4 levels of failure. This is an opposed test. And I rolled a 95 for his insight check, which is going to be...
How insightful is he?
He's probably impressed by the size of my giant balls that I attempted that. And he's going to let me live.
He's not very insightful. That is going to be also 4 levels of failure.
He has no idea what you said.
He doesn't know what you said, and in the event of a tie, I always side with you guys. But it's like barely a fringe. As he kind of looks at you, and he says something. All right, and he waves his hand as if he.
I have a great crab's leg recipe.
He waves his hand as if he wants you to walk ahead of him out the entrance.
Oh, cool. Let's come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wolfram, you begin to walk out onto the beach, turning your back on the Norskin behind you as you walk.
I'll book it.
You're gonna make a run for it?
As soon as I can. No, I'm gonna take a risk and get out of the cave.
Okay. You walk out. He's just a couple steps behind you as you move past him. He's within arm's reach basically. You can smell his sweaty, disgusting body as you are walking slightly ahead of him. And he reaches out and kind of taps you on the shoulder.
Kind of turn back. Oh yes, come on.
Well, you turn back. You help.
Yes, me, you, help, together, ally.
Together, strong.
No! Stop that!
He says,
Apes together, strong.
No.
He nods his head. It's kind of, I mean, a thick, luscious beard. It's like, you know, he says,
Blonde hair?
no, it's brown. It's dark, a very dark brown hair. He slings his axe on his on like his back, puts it up after he kind of like cleans some of the blood off of it. Go here. And he kind of like points over just a little bit down the beach. Saw others.
Good. Let's. There. I'm gonna point that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I am as slow up as I can. By the way, I know I'm
of course,
probably like a stick compared to him.
He's almost 7 feet
yeah.
tall, and he's heavily muscled.
He can
he's
grab
a
me and
massive
snap me
man.
like that.
He's a gargantuan man. As he walks ahead of you, you walk ahead of him slightly, Wolfram, as you begin to head in that direction, and that is where we're going to take our first break.